Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, God. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geeks. Well, we encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, we back with a brand spanking new one. We're all four back again. No Fantastic Four. It's your boy Real. Got my cuz Will back. Got PA in the building and the hater himself, Big J. He back, man. Look at that, man. Tony Stark background. Listen, man. Y'all already know how we do over here, man. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. If you guys are into that type of content, please do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning as we get our geek on. And also, to everybody, hit them likes for us tonight, man. Hit them likes. All right. We definitely need your help to build that algorithm up to find more geeks like yourself. We definitely appreciate the few who just subscribed, man. We definitely appreciate that. And yeah, man. Y'all ready to get to it?
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of movie came out this weekend. I don't know what it was, man, but I'm gonna tell you right now, though. Oh, it's gonna be some spoilers.
Everybody want to go see the Smurfs, right? That's what we.
Yes, bro.
Okay. Just making sure.
That's why I got the S.
Okay.
Bro,
and the blue. And the
Smurf
blue.
blue. You feel me? He got the Smurf blue on.
Never mind. Now, Big J just spoiled it. I mean, Jesus, man. That's what we're gonna talk about. But no, man. Listen, we're gonna be talking about this movie right here. Where my controls at, Big J? What's going on? Where we at? We're gonna be talking about this movie. Superman has released. As y'all know, the movie is now in theaters. It came out Thursday. Technically, Thursday. I know people always say Friday. I don't know why they don't never count Thursdays. It's a release day. But we're gonna definitely be talking about that. Listen, if you have not seen the movie yet, all right. If you have not seen the movie, go see the movie. Come back. Let us know in the comment section below. Bars. We could talk about this, give our thoughts on it. We're gonna each give our thoughts on it. Then we're gonna have a general discussion of the movie. Then we're gonna give our I got a new grading scale for us, y'all. We're gonna, instead of a rating, we're gonna give it a Kaioken rating. All right. So you're gonna go Kaioken times 1, Kaioken times 2, blah blah blah. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, you know what that means. So pretty much from a scale of 1 to 10, man, just kind of give us what y'all think of the movie at the end of. Don't give it to it when you give your overall thoughts. Just kind of give your overall thoughts. We'll have our discussion and then we'll give it at the end. All right, man. Let's get to it, y'all. But before we do that, man, check this out. This right here is the Rotten Tomato score so far, as of right now. 82% critic scores, 94% audience scores. All right. So, cuz, man, what was your take on this movie, man?
I enjoyed it. I told you yesterday what had me nervous was the on-screen compatibility for Superman and Lois, and they did really well. So that was great. The crypto was amazing. That bad dog, but just that it was a good movie. It definitely has a high rewatchability to it. Just to be able to see if you miss any hidden anything hidden, some of the hidden gems, anything that could help to see what they plan to do, anything in the future when it comes to the DC universe, just stuff like that. But yeah, it has a higher rewatchability. And it was actually some good CG, some good CGI as well, especially coming off of the hill of the Flash and those babies. So it was really happy and surprising to see that they did a really good job with the CGI, especially since they did make sure that they had plenty of prep time for it. I think like a year, 6 months or a year of just being able to work the special effects. So being able to do that definitely was huge. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's definitely going to rewatch it a few times, which I got.
What you got, Big J?
I mean, I overall liked the movie, even though I'm known as the biggest hater according to the rest of the people on the show. I like I said, it wasn't perfect, but there was some things I thought was funny, some things I thought were good. I do think that like we always talk about how like they do the swings back and forth where if something goes too far one way, they swing back too far the other way, I think. And I think they like him saving the squirrel. I thought I'm like, come on, man, you trying to save a city, and you like, oh, squirrel. I'm like, no, come on. So I'm like, I know they want him to be like, the perfect Superman, but I didn't say, I don't know. He's not bad at all as Superman. I thought he was gonna be terrible because like I said, I did like Henry Cavill, and of course I liked the original Christopher Reeve, but he wasn't bad. He was better than Brandon Routh. He definitely was better than Brandon Routh. But and like I said, and I didn't mind a lot of the casting. I thought most of the cast did a good job. I think Guy Gardner was excellent because he was funny. Like the whole thing with the hypno glasses and just telling the whole thing, him and then and Mr. Terrific also like one of the high points. Like we've been hearing, he's one of the high points. Like I liked his character and the attitude and the fact that like that fight scene he had was off the chain when Lois was in the boat and he was just wrecking shop. Like that kind of stuff I did like, But like I said, I think it was a good movie. Like I said, is it the best movie ever? No, it's not. It's not up there with Madam Web and Craven, but it's close. It's close. It's right up under those two. You know what I'm saying? As far as all time greatest superhero movies.
Right. What you got, BA? Can you top that?
Absolutely not. Let's get that out of the way. So to me, it's a strong 8 for me. Like that's like my level for it, right? Like is it rewatchable? Of course. Is it did I believe that this dude was Superman for a little bit? I really did. Like I got lost in it. Like, yo, this dude is like, yeah, he's nailing it. Pause. And it's just one scene when he was just like in despair towards the end. I thought that was Johnny Knoxville for a second. If y'all remember, whatever show he was on, I forget. But no, he I think the supporting actors was great. Even like Lex, I was a believer that was Lex. Like I had a hard time doing the previews and the trailers to like yeah, that's not really like I'm not. Is he? No, towards the end of that movie, I was like, yeah, he's nailing this part. And his crew, his funkies around him. Normally they're like I guess very robotic, like the just normal movies when they have like the villain and then the people that's around them. They're very robotic, very uniform. Each one of these little computer guys and stuff, they had their own personality. They was something. They added to it, and I was like, I appreciated it, like the little stuff like that. Okay, the earth splitting and then coming back together, that was a little shaky for me. It was a little shaky. How everything kind of stayed up, but I'm gonna keep hope alive for that. And I think just the negative side of it is just I just wanted a little bit more from the emotional moments that they was trying to give. We didn't connect with Lois that much between them two, so when they went on a little split or whatever, when they had that issue, it was like, and then they came back together, it didn't hit like it should to me. When Superman not early on, but just him constantly getting beat up, that didn't, like, he got beat up too much. So it was like, all right, just okay. Then we said that before, but it's like, all right, I'm kind of tired of seeing him get beat up like all the time. And I think the most important thing for me was Mr. Terrific. When I say that he almost stole the show, like at times he stole the scene and made it his. So this is a straight redemption. I don't even remember what he played before in the in Marvel. We're just not even gonna think about that movie. The fact that he played this role right here, right now, was excellent. And I left the theater like, yo, I want to see if he get like a spinoff, or can he be like the person that's in everybody else's movie, or so on and so forth, like that. Like that's really what I want from him. And like I said, just all in all, even the endings, we'll probably chime into that later on, but I love how it ended. That was a great segue to future to the next movie for Supergirl. Like I love how that ended. So like I said, they checked off a lot of boxes. It was high energy. People was they was joyous in the audience. Like they didn't have no clapping moments like Endgame. Endgame people was getting up clapping and all those things. So I was say scaling it like it's not there, but I think it's going to get close to $1 billion. It is that good and it's that rewatchable for
real. Kind of with piggyback what you just said, but the Endgame thing. Remember, Endgame that was 13 movies led up to that, so that's probably why people were clapping, because they kind of feel like that was like the encore. This is just the beginning, so give this some time. They might have an Endgame. We don't know. No, I agree with everything y'all said. I love the movie. Like I think it started off a tad bit slow, but once they started picking up, it was just nonstop, just action, and the pace and stuff was like real quick. You know what I mean? And so, y'all did hit some points though on some of the. Yeah, we didn't really get a lot of that lowest, kind of like connection or kind of her build up. I think we got more of Superman. And probably I say second, of course, was Lex, and then probably third would probably be Mr. Terrific. If I had to kind of like rank them, it was like I think that's the most we got of those guys. Like I think we got the right amount of dosage of Guy Gardner, because when he was on the screen, he delivered when he was on the screen at those times.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think you want to overdo him, right? So pause. But Hawk Girl, I think we probably could have got a little bit more of her, but overall, I think we got the Mr. Terrific. I think that's the person we really need to see the most. Because he definitely needed his help with some of that stuff that Lex was doing. Like, you needed another intelligent person to kind of help combat that. Like you said, David Cornsweet was great as Superman. Showed a lot of emotion, a lot of heart in this movie. I kind of like what you were saying, Big J. I did kind of like, okay, when he saved that squirrel. And I think what he's trying to do is kind of just show how like Superman is just like overly like positive and caring and all that stuff. Like, it don't matter what it is. He's like he cares about every living creature on the planet, which Lois kind of touched on that when she had that conversation with him, how she talking about how they're like polar opposites. And we're talking about how like, yo, I'm a person who kind of questions everything, and you just like give everybody a chance and love everybody and all that type of stuff. Because maybe even that kaiju, he was like, yo, let's find a way to kind of like give him somewhere so we can kind of like study him and all that stuff. And Mr. Riffle was like, no, we ain't finna have that. And he threw them little orbs down his throat, pause, and then killed him from the inside. And so, yeah, like I said, man, the movie's pretty good. I liked it. The action, it was quick. The movie, like I said, the pace. Once it got past, like when it got to probably the part with the kaiju, everything was like kind of quick. I would have liked some of the stuff to breathe a little bit. I like the dynamic through with his parents. I like the heartfelt moment he had with Paul Kent. Man, his mom was the one who stole the show out of the two parents, bro. His mom was a trip. I told Cud, that's a mother right there. The way she was acting in that movie, as a mother. Let's see what else. There was something else I was going to talk about too. Oh, Lex Luthor, man. Listen, bro. I have only, like I said, I only saw 2 trailers. In the 2 trailers I saw, I really didn't hear that much of him talking, other than when he said Superman in the Forces of Solitude. Holt stole the scenes too that he was in too as Lex Luthor. I got to give him props on that. But we're gonna get to some more of this the stuff here. Because BA, you said something about well, as a matter of fact, did y'all already put 2 and 2 together, man, with the whole Ultraman thing at the beginning of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is the 2 and 2? Just clarify.
Once the doors open.
Yeah, once the doors open, you do the clone.
Yeah.
Because you had to have Superman DNA.
Yeah. So, I mean, we talked about it, remember?
Right.
We said we thought you were saying like you hoping it wasn't him from another dimension and all that. Like, let him be a clone.
So did y'all catch the Henry Cavill twist to it? Like, do you look just like Henry Cavill to me?
When he had the hair
when he had the hair out and then towards the end of it, I was like, was that a shot or was that purposely done? I don't know, because he could have had short hair, he could have had this, he could have had that. He looked just like if David Cornsweet was trying to be like Henry Cavill, that's what it would look like. But I like the fact that they sent him to just another dimension. So I think personally they can go 2 different ways. One, they can go and play off he's low intelligence, so we can go the Bizarro route. He can go that route. Yep. Or he can actually, maybe through the rift, maybe through the whatever it was, the dimensional split, something might click, and whatever Lex was trying to get him to be, that may click, and then he might turn into the Ultraman from another he'll literally be coming back from another universe, in a sense, from another dimension,
right.
and he might be smart or something, and they might flip it that way, and then the dimension did it. You can play a lot of stuff off of the dimensional did it, like the split did it, because the even the end screen, like the end scene, like the last one when Superman was looking at the building, like it's a little off, and it was like, what you want me to do? Like, I did the best I could. That could foreshadow things like just little differences, because you are dealing with a dimensional rift. Like, who knows how perfect this thing is? So when you bring it back together, we thinking, oh, it's a clean slate, nothing really changed. Who the hell knows if something didn't change, right? like a butterfly effect that could happen because you was splitting the earth and then you brought it back together. Who knows how things could be slightly twisted or whatever the case. So it's just like, I like how they just ended that villain per se. Like, he can come back, and then he can come back Bizarro, he can come back as Ultraman, but we know he coming back, but it works. Either way you go, it works. They gave themselves an option. I like that.
Hello.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I did have a couple more points. Remember, we talked about. Well, I heard a lot of people complain about the CG stuff and some of the flight scenes, and I did look into it before, and I know they said that a lot of what people are complaining about is not actually CG. Like with the flight, how his face looks. They said it's because he used that Leica Tri-Elmar lens, which has the 3 different focal lengths, and they said what they were trying to do is, like, when he was flying, like, you remember that scene when he figured out that they went to the Fortress of Solitude to get the video, and he was flying, he looked all elongated, and it looked fake, but they said that was the camera lens. That's one of the effects of that lens, is it, like, as it's as it has the 3 different focal lengths, it makes stuff look stretchy, and it does make it almost like a fishbowl lens, and so it throws stuff off. Also, so like I said, I think it was well shot. Like, to me, one of the most beautiful scenes in the movie was when Lois and Clark were talking in his apartment, and they had that fight going on in the background. You saw, like, the purple and they were just talking. All of a sudden, there's all that going on, but like the light and the effects in that looked amazing. I liked the way they played off. Also, I did notice something.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
You brought it up, and all I could think of was, Green. This is the guy, like you said, played his part, but all you saw was the green big bat in the background.
Oh yeah, the bat.
Yeah. Oh, you can't think of nothing else, my guy. He just smashed it.
Hey, I mean, he was coming up with some stuff, like when he was fighting the kaiju with the whole eye jackhammer thing. I was like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
go ahead, BJ. My bad.
No, I was gonna say one other thing. It's weird because, like you said, he reminds you of Henry Cavill, and I thought that too when I first saw him. When they first announced he was cast, I looked at him before he even got bulked, and he looked like a slim Henry Cavill. The funny thing though is the other person he looks like, and if I say it, and if you look at the movie again, you're gonna see it, and you'll never unsee it. In some scenes, he looks like Shooter McGavin. Like, if you notice that, he looks like a young Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore with black hair. I'm telling you. You'll be like,
I hate you, man. I hate you. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Speaking of, I got to give you props on one thing, BJ. You called it with the Supergirl thing. When I started, I told Cuz, I said, "Wow, BJ called it." You said at the end, like, what if she, like, come back at the end to get her dog or whatever, and it couldn't find that it was her dog, because in the later iterations of the comics, Krypto is her dog.
Mm-hmm.
So that was I had to give you props on that. When you talked about you kind of reminded me, BA, when you said the bat, when you hear I thought that was Solaris, by the way, too. That thing in the background. Couldn't find it. I guess that was supposed to be mixed spitlet in the back, I guess. He said it fighting some kind of
interdimensional imp.
Interdimensional imp. Yeah. So I was like, oh, so it's mixed. Okay. But I thought that was Solaris in the background. But did y'all like the way Green Lantern's, like, powers and constructs and all that stuff look?
It was different. I don't because it didn't. not everything seemed like it came directly out of the ring. Kind of like when they were in that country and there was stuff coming, their hands were coming out the ground, so it wasn't directly coming out of the ring. I don't mind it. I just think the way that they're going to end up doing it is that everybody has a different skill with that ring. I think
Well,
that's
no,
his skill.
no. What I'm saying, like, because in the comics there are iterations where his stuff don't come directly out of his ring. But the thing I was asking, like, so you like the way it looked, like the effect of it and all that. Okay, I was wondering because
it looked fantastic.
that was the one thing I was wondering too,
I
like how his powers are gonna look in this movie. Cause they ain't look like completely different or nothing, but they look somewhat different from Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern abilities and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like the way the color scheme and all that stuff, the way it looked and everything. With this one, it looked more can't think of a word. I won't say comic booky, but
I would go with that because I think Ryan Reynolds, even though it was weird stuff, and it was like 13 years ago, something like that, but
his kind of more glossier looking or whatever.
I mean, like when they did the jackhammer thing, it looked like kind of comic booky because it didn't look like something that would exist in reality. Even though I understand it's a comic movie, but it did look like a weird effect. I know what you're saying.
Because I was wondering, like, is that how it's gonna look on the Lantern show? Or will it be cleaned up a little bit more darker toned in the effects? Like, I wonder how that would look. You know what I mean? Because I know James Gunn said all the movies and shows are not going to feel the same. They're going to be like their own kind of like tone and all that stuff. Kind of like he said in the comics, everything is different or whatever. So I was kind of wondering that with Guy Gardner. Like, I think that the way the tone and stuff of the construct stuff looked, I think it fit for the movie. But then it kind of got me wondering: is it going to go more like Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, where it kind of looked glassy looking? Inside the Lantern show, or are they gonna stick with how they made it in Superman? That's what I was kind of wondering. But
I don't know, but they might change. If they change it, then it could be the feel of the show, or it could be the person that's actually holding it. I mean, that's performing it. Maybe somebody else. Let's say Aaron Pierre. Like, say his might be a little bit more attention to detail. Well, why? Because if he's playing John Stewart will be a little bit more detailed than a Guy Gardner. So they might do it, adjust it like that. And if they do that, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, based off of their personality, they will. That'll be fire. But other than that, like I said, man, I like the movie. I'm gonna go try to see it again. I told Cuz I'm gonna go try to see it this time in IMAX. I saw it in Dolby. I'm gonna see what it looked like in IMAX. I know everybody they encourage people to go see it in IMAX. I might try to, if I can, probably. None of y'all saw it in 3D, right? Was it in 3D?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it was in 3D, but
I'm sure it is somewhere.
Yeah, they have it. They have it 3D by my house. It had a 3D. I just didn't go see the 3D.
Okay. Because I know when I saw Man of Steel, I think I saw Man of Steel like 5 times in the movies, and I think I seen it in like literally all the formats. And one of the formats I saw it in was 3D.
Yeah, 3D.
I don't know if
so you bring up Man of Steel, and basically what we got was Zod and Superman in that one. And yes, we got Ultraman, but he still had the look of a Zod, as in like the dark outfit versus Superman. And I thought that I could follow along a lot easier with this fight than I could with 2013 or whatever it was. Man of Steel, you're correct. When they was going through the buildings and stuff like that, it was just it almost looked like a blur at times. And I got 20/20 vision. It ain't my damn eyesight, but I'm like, they just kind of doing a little Transformers thing right now. It's just going back like, all right, cool. Like all right, that's blue, that's black. I can keep up with it that way. But this one, I feel like the details, like I said, different time period and things like that, but the details was as clear throughout the entire fight. Like it wasn't they didn't cut no corners when it came to it. To me, that's what I'm trying to say. Like every punch I can see, everything was good. Speaking of punch, I'm gonna throw this at y'all. How do y'all like the quarterback play, the coordinator, I guess I can say, from Lex to Ultraman? How did y'all feel about that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I liked it. It just kind of it gave Lex something to do, because Lex couldn't physically actually punch Superman. So you use your brain and control somebody who got that type of power or whatever. Yeah, I didn't mind it. Because matter of fact, that him doing that is straight out of Superman Birthright. So like I told y'all, a lot of the stuff that he had in this movie is from different pieces of different Superman media or whatever. So that him quarterbacking I think the orbs that were following him, I believe, are straight out of Superman Birthright. So I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I know BJ hated it. I know.
I felt like it was needed. Yeah, that like Lex was going to have to be a part of it some way, and that was by far the best way for him to be part of it was being a quarterback. Because, like you said, physically, even if he would have put on that suit, he wouldn't have been able to do the same things as Ultraman. So yeah, him being able to quarterback it that way, being able to give him the how to attack and stuff, it was perfect for it. And if they did end up pulling it out of that Superman media, it makes it even better to show that their attention to detail for this. They one of the things that I thought was crazy. So yes, John and Martha Kent were great. It was the accents. It's like, y'all from the South, or I didn't think that Kansas sounded like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
not that thick. Like, they have an accent, but that was like thick. Like Alabama, Mississippi thick. But it was pretty funny hearing that.
so speaking of that, I did look up because I recognize Paul Kent, right?
Yeah.
And
You know where he from.
okay, he's in several movies. There was one movie I was like, oh, I know I couldn't stand the dude before because I was like, oh no. So yeah, the Mississippi could be that might just be him. You know what I mean?
That's
I ain't never heard
what
him.
I'm saying. Like, but if it's, but it was just that I would have thought that they would have tried to tone it down, just to get it more Midwestern. I don't. That was the accent is what made it weird. Just being in Kansas, because I just don't feel like Kansas is that thick. Like if they would have said like Superman went to landed in Mississippi and became this hero, and the parents had that accent, you're like, okay, I get it. Like this, that's thick like that. But not going from Kansas. But but yeah, the Martha and John were great pairing when it came to the parents. Her on that phone, talking to him on the speaker. It's like it was absolutely like that was absolutely like older parent vibes.
Yeah, the older parents. That's what we doing.
Yeah.
But are they grilling chitlins? I was like, what? They were like, are they grilling some chitlins? I was like, wait, what?
She was standing over the phone. Yes, your father is here. It's like, I hear you. You on speaker. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, Mom, I hear you.
I did figure out what's wrong though. The guy played Paul Kent also, besides the movies he was in, he was born in Baton Rouge, which, I apologize that he came from my hometown, that he's got that terrible accent. But, it is what it is.
I'm saying it's if it was just if he would have been able to bring it down a little bit. Like, I get the accent, it's a natural accent, but just to turn it down, just because it was Kansas. Because I think hers was thicker than his.
Oh yeah, she sounded country there, but
but yeah, but overall they were great though.
And I think the scene. So they didn't have that much of a backstory. They didn't go through the origin story like Kevin Costner in Man of Steel, so you can kind of see why losing him will be like a tremendous deal. Now I'm not saying he got lost or anything, or he died in this movie, but the one scene they had when he was on the front porch and he said like, yo, I'm proud of the person who you are and all those things, when he was going through his character, when Clark or Superman was going through his character arc of his original parents aren't the people that they thought they were, and so his adopted parents are like his true parents. Like, I think they sold that thing. I truly was in awe of the acting. I know he always talking about his accents and stuff, but that scene when he held him and all that. I ain't trying to say it was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Uncle Phil.
Why he want me?
Uncle Phil, I don't want me, man. It ain't that, but it was close. It was up there. I was like, okay, all right, okay. So now when I saw the end of it, when he was going through his rehab at the fortress, and he said, and the robot was like, hey, do you want to hear them, your soothing music or whatever? And it's usually his parents. And when they played it, no, it was his adopted parents. That's that's his new parent. So he fully came through his character arc, listening to his original parents, his biological parents, and realizing they weren't who he thought they were, and having to deal with that trial and tribulation, get through that, still put on a positive face while the whole world is hating on you, and flip it. And now you honor your adopted parents as you go through your rehab process to get back to 100%. I thought that was pretty good. That was cool.
So y'all, are we cool with the fact that they kind of changed up his parent, not his Earth parent, but his Kryptonian parents, kind of not backstory, but I mean how yeah, so to speak. Like, remember in other iterations, or in most iterations, is okay. His parents just pretty much helped him escape the planet, and they sent him to Earth so he can kind of be a help to the Earth or whatever. In this iteration, they actually sent him to Earth to be the Lord and Savior of that planet and to conquer it and all that type of stuff. Yeah, well, y'all cool with that?
Him being Omni-Man? I mean,
yeah, pretty much being Omni-Man. Yeah,
that's what I'm about to. Yeah, I was cool with it. It gave me the animated Superman vibes with Brainiac.
Well, I was gonna say, you know what? It gave me My Adventures with Superman kind of vibe. That's what they were in that. They were
That's what I
conquerors.
was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was going with, because that was with Brainiac. But yeah, that's the one that I was thinking of. As soon as they had the parents to do that video and heard it, was like, yeah, it was Omni-Man, and then it was My Adventures with Superman. Like, it was like, okay, they doing it now. They getting into it. That's I feel like they will be able to use that how their parents were once they start bringing your Zod in. Once you start bringing your Brainiac in, like, I think that's going to be like massive. It's like because when they attack him, they're going to be like, your job was to conquer these people, and you didn't do what you're supposed to. So now we're going to have to break you, type of situation. So I enjoyed the fact that they changed that up.
Question though. So I don't know, because I've even in the Zack Snyder and other ones. I mean, I always thought the Kryptonians were kind of conquerors because they had they go terraform planets and all that sort of stuff. But I never thought of Kal-El. I mean, Jor-El as one of those, as a scientist, because most scientists don't think of, oh, let's go conquer. They think of, let's invent the science for the sake of science. That's always kind of the feel I got from him, where even though the Kryptonians are generally conquerers, I always thought he was different. That's why he was like, hey, go there, be a leader, help them, but don't, not, because I've never seen him be like, go take over and dominate. You know what I mean? He's always been like more of a, because like I said, scientists don't think that way. Right. Scientists don't necessarily think, oh, I'm with my, that's more militaristic thinking.
So what wasn't he like that though in My Adventure with Super? I can't remember. I have to go watch it again. Was he a scientist in My Adventure with Superman? Because I feel like he was still like saying, like, I think, I don't know, maybe I'm probably misremembering or whatever, but I got to go back and watch it. But I thought maybe he wasn't a scientist in that. I think he was actually a conqueror too, one of the Kryptonians wanted to conquer too, or whatever. I thought, but
I'm gonna have to rewatch that too, because I don't remember now. Like, because Big J's right. Like, typically he's been the scientist, he's been the peace, and that's why he's always been at odds with General Zod. But it's the fact that Zod was always conquering, but Zor-El always wanted the peace, the science behind it, and everything. So, but with My Adventures, I'm not sure now.
But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of taking what you want from different aspects of Superman and say, well, this doesn't work for this, so I'm gonna change it up with this, because like you said, we all know almost everybody's origin story right now. We all know. So if I can change it up a little bit, then I'm going to. He even said, we all know what Martha loses her pearls in Batman. We don't have to see that. We don't have to go that route. We can change it up a little bit. And if it is a aspect in some type of storyline, well, it ain't like he pulled it out thin air. Like, I just chose that one. I just chose this one. This one makes sense here, and that's how you go with it. So I'm for it. It makes sense. It makes a whole like what Will said, is you can build off of this. You can say you were supposed to do this, and you chose these people over your own, and so on and so forth. Like, they can keep doing that, and it will all go back to the original movie of this particular movie and be like, well, yeah, he chose to go a different way. So Is him going to, does he go against his own word, so on and so forth. So I think it works in this iteration.
And two, I think also they did that because, like I said, James Gunn is trying to ground Superman and make it more relatable. And so for him to do that, I guess he to not disown his Kryptonian side, but embrace more of the human side, which is why, like you said, be at the end, when he was laying trying to recuperate or whatever, they had the pictures of his parents and stuff when he was a kid on Earth and stuff like that. That way he can embrace the human side and to kind of humanize or make him more relatable and all that stuff. So I mean, they probably did that too for a certain reason. But I'm gonna ask y'all too about Rick Flag. We saw him in the movie. Now he's over Argus. That's where Amanda Waller was over.
Mm-hmm.
He's over Argus now. We saw him in Creature Commandos. We now see him in Superman. Are we going to well, no, he actually did say this. We're gonna start seeing that arc of him kind of continually switching. Y'all knows at the end of the movie, I said this because when the Justice Gang went over and tried to stop that war or whatever, I kind of figured that right there was going to be a play on the rest of the storylines going forward, as far as you're gonna have government versus the metahumans or whatever. And so, do y'all see Rick Flag being maybe like a I can't say Nick Fury, he's a good guy, but can you see him like being like that main antagonist going forward, as
The
far as like
general.
being
Like
Rick
Thunderbolt
Flag Senior?
Ross.
Yeah, something kind of like Thunderbolt Ross. I see something like that.
Absolutely. I think that's what's going to end up happening is him being more like that Thunderbolt Ross style, being able to control, wanting to control the metahumans. I could see that absolutely. Well, because overall, that's what Black Sea wants to do is have as much control as possible. Yeah, I can see that happening real quick.
And that was the name too. I think I was trying to tell y'all about on one of the shows, BA and Big J, when they said they were thinking about changing the Waller show. It was either Checkmate or Argus or Cadmus. It was like one of them three. They were talking about changing that show, but I think they're gonna keep Waller or whatever. Because listen, man, this right here opens so many doors for what they could do. I like the fact that he didn't, or he already said he wasn't gonna do this, but I like the fact that he did not concrete stamp anything in the end credit scenes. That because like you never know, some things might change, and then he's like, what happened to that end credit scene you had where Blade whispering to somebody in the background and all that stuff. We still ain't seen him yet or whatever. Or we seen Pip and Star Fox. We ain't seen him in another movie or whatever. So I like the fact that he did not concrete stamp anything in any of them end credit scenes.
Agreed. It felt like because we heard that he was the way that I took it is basically like an anti Marvel stance, doing it that way. And what I mean by that is exactly what you said, not painting themselves in the corner, allowing it to just be a standalone situation. Like it was just him and Crypto sitting there on the moon, just looking over Earth, and then it was him and
Mr. Terrific.
Terrific, just looking at that build, seeing how it was just a little bit off. Like that's just standalone, like throw off one-off situations. Like that's fine, that's perfect. We don't need anything that will tease the future, and then there's a possibility that it doesn't end up happening. So yeah, I absolutely was good with it.
I had a question for y'all. What did y'all think of the suit? Because I mean, I like the overall design, but there was some scenes where it did look like baggy and bunchy, and it didn't.
Yeah, when he came off that plane or whatever, when they had him in handcuffs, it looked a little bunchy. Yeah, I said that too.
As long as they had the collar, I was good. I'm a fan of the iteration.
I like the collar. I like the collar. I like the S. If you look real close though, BJ, it got a lot of detail into that suit.
I know.
Like I saw it the little poster whatever in the lobby at the movie theater. It got a lot of detail in it. But no, I agree with you. In some cases, it looked real kind of like bulky or whatever. The trunks look too much. Um, I mean, I like the cape. I was kind of wondering when they were going to go to the shorter cape, kind of like in All Star Superman, what I thought they would have done. They had a lot of homages to like Christopher Reeve's Superman and all that stuff. But let me ask y'all. I got this this stuff I found here on Instagram. So supposedly, this is the goal after this movie. Okay, for DC, the fact that they're going to reintroduce iconic characters like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and unite them in a new Justice League movie. Okay. So the yearly output is 2 live action films, multiple TV shows, 1 animated series. So the next animated series will probably be
And Creature Commando season 2 coming, right?
I was trying to think it's either that or Mr. Miracle. Because I think I don't know when
We
Mr.
get
Miracle
Harley
coming
every
out.
year anymore.
I don't think that's part of the. I think they mean as far as part of the DCU, kind of like what Creature Commandos was. Is probably what they're talking about.
Okay.
And I might you might be right, Big J. It might be Creature Commandos season 2 because I don't know when Mr. Miracle's coming out. Go ahead.
No, because also you mentioned the Justice League. I don't know if y'all noticed, but they did have a shot of the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, Hall of Justice.
In the movie, yeah.
That's where the Justice Group was at.
The Justice Gang, sir. Get the name right, sir.
I like that one better, BA. There you go. Justice Group. You know what I'm saying? The GGs.
That's JG for James Gunn. That's what that was. Shh, don't tell nobody.
I didn't think about that. But check this out. He said the strategy is to start with character stories, think Superman, Batman, Lanterns, then bring them together for a massive Justice League event. So that's supposedly the plans they got going forward. Are we excited for Supergirl after what y'all saw in the movie?
I'm intrigued. I wouldn't say excited, but intrigued just to see how, because it definitely has like she's young and just out there, and the fact that she goes to a planet with a red sun just so she can wild out is crazy. So yeah, it definitely brings up more intriguing than excitement, but I see it positive by the way. But yeah, it definitely has to be very intrigued to see how she is. It's going to be fun.
Is Crypto going to be in Supergirl?
I'm sure.
I would expect so. Yeah, I know. Like the end credit scene had Crypto sitting with Superman on the moon, but yeah, at the end of the movie, Crypto with her. So yeah, I would expect Crypto to be with her in that movie.
Yeah, because
Crypto might get more screen time than anybody.
Right. Because I was sitting, me and my wife was talking about that, and I was like, yeah, I could see Crypto being in Supergirl. And she was like, "Nah, he was still with Superman at the end of the movie." I said that end credit could have been at any point in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have been like before all that stuff started happening. He could have been sitting with him on the moon. You know, he didn't have a time period on the end credit. But yeah, I told her he left with her when she left out of the fortress. So I could definitely see him being. Yeah, I could definitely see him being in Supergirl.
So to answer your question, bro, I think I'm pretty much excited because what they set up for, and they could have brought her in just as regular as can be. Hey, I'm back. It's time to get my dog. That kind of thing. They chose to have her stumbling drunk, right?
Yeah.
So she's drunk to the point where it almost leads to the point of thinking like, well, is she having fun? Possibly. Is she trying to escape from something? Possibly. When people get that drunk, they're trying to escape from something. Like she's going to a whole different solar system in a sense, just so she can get wasted because maybe she has demons that she can't get rid of in a sense, right? So you have to think of what he was saying. He's saying she's undisciplined. She doesn't have any balanced structure. Why is she so rebellious? Well, because she knows who she is. She knows who she's a Kryptonian. Clark left as a baby. She left as a teenager. She fully knows his aunt, his uncle, and her parent. Like she knows who she is, and she's probably battling that on a daily basis to the point where she can't. So she goes to consume as much as she can. So we thinking on the outside looking in, oh, that's just a teenage girl or a young girl wilding out. No, she's probably way deeper than that. And I think all that gets flushed out in her movie. And that's why I'm pretty much excited for that. It's going to be times in which he might make an appearance and he might try to provide some structure for it, or they might flash back at the time when he tried to do that. Because he kind of said it like, yo, she ain't got no balance, she ain't got no structure, man. It almost seemed like he tried already and she put him in his place. So she was defiant to him, like, yo, you're not my fault. Like, yo, matter of fact, I'm older than you in a way. Like,
yeah, technically I'm older than you. Yeah.
Talk to me like that, you know. So she can play a lot of different ways. And then I can already see her character arc of trying to understand who she was, what she is, and that transformation to get her to being where we want her to be. Like it's already flushed out in that one scene. And I think that's why he chose to have her coming in like that, coming in stumbling, coming in drunk. He's saying you don't have any structure. So he's going to try to provide some structure in which she probably rebels against because you're not who you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I know who you're supposed to be. So it matches the whole thing that Will was saying earlier with if they come out with Zod and other people. Like this is just part one of a whole bunch of people saying, Superman, you're not who you're supposed to be. Let me show you, that kind of a thing. So I liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed the actress. She came from House of the Dragon.
House of Dragons, yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoyed her one season, her 75% of the season that she was in, because she played a younger person versus the older person that's normally cast for the role. So I think she can pull it off. I think she's a great actress. I think, like I said, I like that one scene I got for. Didn't need too much. Didn't need nothing else. That was great the way it is, and it told me enough. Whereas though I'm now anticipating the next movie. I wasn't at first. I'm not a Supergirl fan. I could care less, to be honest with you. But when I saw that, I said, "Oh, she has layers to her. Let me see what's going on."
You know, it's funny too, be like what you said with her drinking and all that stuff. Remember, like you just said, remember she was old enough to remember when Krypton was destroyed. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
She remembers everything, and she told Superman that before. Like, you were just a baby. You don't know anything about. I was there. You know what I'm saying? I saw Argus fell. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's probably just kind of trying to drink away her pain and stuff. Like you said, she had to on Earth. She can't do that. She can't really just bury her pain and stuff. Which is why also too in the comments, Supergirl is a little bit more angrier than Superman because of those reasons. You know what I'm saying? Losing her family, losing up her people, losing the planet or whatever. So that's probably plays a little bit part of why she's going to the other planets and stuff like that and drinking and all that. Like I said, it takes a lot of liberties from Supergirl World Tomorrow, where she is kind of struggling with a lot of that stuff. You would say, BJ? Oh, that's about to say something. But yeah, no, like I said, this opened the door, man, to a lot of different possibilities and stuff like that, man, for this universe.
And it's James Gunn, right? And I was just about to say, like, I was just thinking as you was kind of wrapping it up, I was like, dang, like how is he supposed to portray that in a nice way, right? This is some deep rooted issues that she could be dealing with, right? How do you attach that? But then I realized I thought of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Rocket and his transformation and his character arc and his storyline, and I'm like, well, shit, he pulled that off damn near flawlessly. Right, you know what I'm saying? So I, like you said, in your joint, in Gun We Trust, I feel as if he can pull off anything that he wants to pull off, and it's going to work. Even Peter Quill and his parental issues and things like that, the dude can pull off some internal therapy issues in a movie. So yeah, I'll be waiting.
BJ ain't talking to you no more, BJ. So check this out, y'all. So you just said it. This right here. This is James Gunn's like movies and shows and what they were rated on like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. So right here it has Superman at 85%, but it's at 82 right now. Peacemaker 93. The Suicide Squad is at 90. Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess this is 1 is at 92. 2 is at 85. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is at 82. Creature Commandos is at 95. The Christmas special of the Guardians of the Galaxy is at 94. And then of course the Groot animated shorts is at 89. So the dude is a beast when it comes to these comic book movies and stuff, man. So or in shows and stuff like that. So that's why I was saying, bro, like I trust Gunn's vision, man. Like I said, he's picked up a lot from Kevin Feige, something I wish Kathleen Kennedy had done. He picked up a lot from Kevin Feige on the stuff to do and what not to do. Coming out with a plan, coming up with the script, like finishing the script before you even greenlight anything, because that's how you end up with the situation that Star Wars in. Hey man, we're coming out with a Luke Skywalker movie. Oh, okay. 15 years later, what happened to that Skywalker movie? We shelving it. But anyway, real quick though, what's your Kaioken rating, man, of this movie, man?
I give it 9 because I was thinking of 8.5 to 9, but I go with 9. 9 Kaioken. High rewatchability. So fun movie. It was if they. I know each of the movies going to be different, but this one was brighter. It had a lot more good than the iffy side of things. And this is how you want when you start a new cinematic universe. This is a fantastic starting spot. And this is where you want to start is with this type of movie, and they knocked it out the park. So yeah, I give it a 9.
Okay. What about you, BA? What's your Kaioken rating, bro?
So, unfortunately, I said it earlier, but I said a strong 8, like a high 8. Let's go 8.75. It's not a 9. There's a little things that I think he could have did a little bit better, but for an intro movie to the start of everything, to not us having the character backgrounds of all these people and just like here we are, boom, how you like the movie. Phenomenal job.
What about you, Big J? I know you're gonna say 2 times Kaioken, but go ahead.
I was thinking I was gonna say 7.5. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. Like I said, it wasn't bad. Like I said, there was stuff that could have been improved on. Some stuff is like I said, I think most of it was tone wise. Because like I tell you, I think like I said, I think they swung so far. Like remember in Man of Steel, the complaints were that in the battles they were just killing everybody and destroying everything, and they still destroyed half the city. But I think they showed he took so much care to not let a single creature be harmed, basically, in his thoughts. And so I get it, and but like I said, I think they swung so far back, because like I said, it's not his fault. He's not the one bringing the damage. It's he's trying to protect you, but you're not going to be able to save everybody. But also, you got to be more careful than they were during the Snyder ones, where, like I said, you saw millions of people just being murked because he fighting Zod, and they're destroying whole buildings every time a punch is thrown. So,
what's crazy too about the whole Man of Steel argument? People are like, oh, he wasn't trying to save lives. So the whole premise of the Man of Steel was to be more realistic. Like, what would it look like if Superman was in our world, in the real world? And like a lot of people, I think, just missed that whole message, right? And so when you say like, oh, he didn't care about lives and all that, then why is he fighting Zod? Like he's trying to stop the threat that's trying to destroy the planet or whatever. Like these people are powerful. It's not like he's fighting some bank robber or something that's got a gun and you don't want him to shoot anybody. Like you're fighting another Kryptonian with superpowers. So things are gonna get a little messy. I'm trying to stop it so people won't die. And like I guess people just missed that part. I guess, but
even that Doomsday fight. Remember, he took Doomsday away from the city to a big empty area where they could fight, where nobody else would get hurt. And but people disregard that because people like to say whatever they want to say.
Which is crazy. That's a nitpicking at the well. It's like, yo, bro, he's trying to save. He's trying to minimize the tragedies. You know what I'm saying? But with this one, I know because they were saying that I know you were joking about it and everything, BJ, but they said that no casualties were in that fight with that kaiju. Because I was sitting there thinking, like, bro, how are you gonna like people don't get stepped on or whatever, get hit with the flames or whatever? I don't even know what that kaiju was. Where let's get that from? You probably got that from one of them dimensions or whatever he was hopping.
It's got to be a dimension.
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, what in the world? So y'all know too. Also, that whole dimension conversation is gonna be in Peacemaker.
Yeah.
They already talked about that, so that's gonna be in people. We saw him in the movie.
I think that's how they make the change from Peacemaker that was in
season
the
one.
old universe, season 1 versus Peacemaker in this universe. Oh yeah, the dimension did it. Yeah, this I was talking about these people the whole time.
Did it. Yeah, I agree. I think it's what they'll end up doing because I think James Gunn kind of hinted to that too. So, and then we saw in the trailer where the other Peacemaker walked up behind him with the gun or whatever. So, yeah, I could definitely see that. But yeah, for me, man, I'm gonna give this a Kaioken rating of a I'm gonna say 8.5. Be in the middle of everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know Big J really want to give it like a 2.5, but it's all good.
I don't think it'll be 4 or 5.
Oh, 4. Okay, 4 or 5. No Jordan. Yeah, like I said, like I said, I liked it, man. I'm gonna go try to watch it again. If not today, I might go watch it probably next weekend or sometime this week. So, but yeah, hey man, if y'all got any questions or comments, oh yeah, definitely for 24th. I'm definitely ready for Fantastic Four. I was hoping Big J was gonna buy that bucket for everybody.
I'm waiting on you. Like I said, I'm waiting on the Glow Sun credit card to come through. Go ahead and buy it.
What we say, BJ? I mean, BA.
I think the success of this movie. You hinted to it last week about how like the average person, you always see like your aunt or somebody, like they go to the movie, it's just a superhero and another superhero, not necessarily Marvel and DC. The success and the love that this is getting actually helps out Fantastic Four. So now people are in the mood to see a good superhero movie. It don't have to be perfect, but don't let it be trash like we were saying last week. So to just to kind of wrap that up, it's like, all right, Fantastic Four, look, the ball in your court. You don't have to be better than Superman, but just don't be bad either. Just give a good solid movie, and we're gonna go watch it.
Facts. All right, man, y'all this. We're gonna put it on wax right now. Shout out to King. If you had to call it right now, is Fantastic Four gonna be good? Is it gonna be above? No, let's do this. Let's do Rotten Tomato wise. Is it going to be above 80%?
Yeah,
I think so.
What about you?
I think on both
on audience and critic.
Yeah, I think both will be.
I was talking about critic, but okay, we could do audience and critic. So you saying it's gonna be 80% on both audience and critics? Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
What's his history? I was gonna say, what's the rotten? Because didn't he do the guy Matt Shagman? He did WandaVision, right?
Yeah, he did. I think did he do all of them, or was he the showrunner?
He was a showrunner. So and it had 92% on Rotten Tomato, 87% popcorn meter. So
okay. Because I've only seen 2 trailers once again of Fantastic Four. I haven't watched all of them. So they also y'all remember when they did that 30 minutes of Superman or whatever in Brazil? They did it again for I told Cuz yesterday. They did it again for Fantastic Four, and it's getting great reviews, kind of same way that Superman was. Listen, back to back comic book movies, bro, being successful, it's gonna bode well. Because I'm trying to think, it's nothing else coming out this year, right? It was just what came out first? What, the 3 comic book movies that came out this year? It was Superman. Oh no, I think the Jurassic Park.
Brave New World came out this year, didn't it?
Oh, what did?
Didn't Brave New World come out this year?
Yeah, that was early this year.
That was this year? Dang. Was that the
and Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
And then
Thunderbolts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you're right. That's crazy. I was like, about that,
and I'm the hater. See, I'm the hater. See, look at
that. That's why I said, hey, I apologize. I
said superhero movies.
I said good movies. What I said?
See,
no, Thunderbolts are good. But yeah, that's pretty much all, man. Let's show some love real quick, man, to Playback.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Yes, sir, man. Let's see what comment. We got one comment so far. Bro Law, he said, "What up, fellas? Haven't been too big on Superman except for when I watched the Christopher Reeve Superman movie with my dad. After hearing your feedback, I gotta check it out. Yeah, man, go check it out, man. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it again, probably sometime this week, especially before, like Cuz said, before Fantastic Four come out. I'm gonna be in the movie theater with my Fantastic Four shirt on and my Galactus bucket provided by Big J, man. I'm gonna be ready, man. I'm being there. But it'd be crazy because I know that's a Regal. It's Regal, right? Not Regal.
AMC.
Cinemark.
Cinemark. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
AMC,
Cinemark.
AMC got it too. AMC has it too.
They got the Galactus one.
I think so.
I didn't. I'm telling you, Big J, I didn't see it up there.
When I went to the website, it's on the website. I think they have.
So okay, you might be right. You might be right because they didn't have all the buckets out. They only had the So with the Superman pack, you get the what's it called? What the newspaper come out of? You get that, and then you get the Superman cup. The cup is made out of his suit, and he got a cape on it. So it's a whole entire combo for like $30. I should have got it, but yeah, that'd been fire. I told my wife, man, I'm probably gonna start doing that. I'm probably start getting like all the collectible stuff from the different movies and stuff like that. Like I said, I got the Black Panther one. That's pretty much the only one I ever had. But yeah. You guys got anything else, man, y'all want to add before we roll?
I finally got to see Formula One yesterday. Oh my God, that movie's fantastic.
That movie
I can't wait to see it again.
Hey, yeah, have you seen it, BJ? BA? Y'all seen it? Oh,
man. Yeah, have it. Oh, y'all got to see this movie.
Go see it, man. Go see it, bro.
I'm debating on seeing I Know What You Did Last Summer. Don't that come out this Thursday this week?
Oh, it's all due. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. I'm debating. I probably would choose watching Superman again over it, to be honest with
you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that one, bro. Because I only seen one trailer, and it's like, other than the fact they got a couple of the returning cast members, it's like
nostalgia part. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? So I'll talk to my wife about it. She'll probably be like, yeah, I want to go see that. Running Man, though. I saw the Running Man trailer. So Cuz finally saw it. Man, I can't wait till that movie come out. As a matter of fact, that come out next month, I think. I believe. I think like next, like in early August, I believe.
A couple months, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna watch Running Man, but yeah. Guess that's it, y'all. We definitely appreciate everybody, man, geeking out with your boys for a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geek'd. Please do us a favor, man. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, too, hit that like, y'all. Please hit the likes for us today. Also, too, follow us on our other channel, Cuz We Geek Clips, where we have the condensed versions of the show on the channel over there, man. We're still trying to grow that channel also. Definitely would appreciate that. But with all that being said, man, it is your boy Real. Got my cuz Will. We got BA in the building. We got Big J with the Iron Man background. What are you doing at Tony Stark Garage, bro? Iron Man
garage.
1 and
2. I'm in your garage. You ought to know, man. I'm downstairs.
Hey, that's my garage on GTA.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, listen, y'all. We will catch y'all here again on Tuesday, y'all. Stay geeked, and we out.